Welcome to the Earthed Women Diaries. My name's Amy and I so appreciate you being here. This is a space where I share my thoughts, feelings and the lessons life is teaching me, as well as raw, meaningful conversations with others. It's not perfect, polished or planned. It's a part of the internet for softness, truth and community. For those who want to live a little deeper, a little more honestly. So let's dive in. So coming at you from the car today, I have just been for a walk with Shadow and we are now just waiting for Charlie to finish the gym. So I feel like I've got plenty that I want to speak about, and a particular topic that I've been speaking about with someone and I feel that it's a really important one to share. So I thought, whilst I'm waiting now, let's get this recorded whilst I'm sitting in the car. So hopefully there won't be too much disruption around, and what I want to communicate will get communicated clearly. So challenges arise every day. Every part of our life is part of life, and I particularly go through challenges in one aspect with Charlie. And by these challenges, it's where he may bring something to my attention that I feel resistant about, I feel confused about, I feel unaware about, and I find it really hard to accept it. It comes up as a really big challenge inside me, and I feel that physically, I feel that mentally, I feel that in my energy. And I've been speaking to somebody else who is experiencing similar things, and one thing that I'm practicing is, let's say something gets brought to my attention. Maybe I'm doing something from a place of not being aware. Maybe I'm projecting something that I'm not aware that I'm doing. It usually always comes down to the awareness. What is the resistance inside me that holds on to me feeling like I don't want to just accept that? Why can't I just accept the challenge that's coming up, accept what's being presented with no judgment? There's no right, there's no wrong, there's no good or bad. It's just what's being presented right now. And whilst I've just been on my walk, I've been thinking about it, and I definitely feel a big part of it stems back from childhood. And when you do something wrong, you get told off, you get a smack, you get put in your bedroom, you get grounded. All of this stuff that programs into your mind that when you do something that maybe isn't the best way that it can be done, because again, there's no right or wrong, everyone will have their own views and their own judgments about it, but if you do something that could be better or isn't in the best way, or maybe, okay, maybe that wasn't the way that is most beneficial for me or people around me, there's always the negative that comes from it. And I really feel that in my adult life now, for me to accept like, oh yeah, shit, I should have done this, or oh damn, I didn't do it like this, or oh, there is a better way to do it. It comes with this idea from my childhood of that means I've done something wrong. So then not only am I being presented with a challenge that I'm finding difficult to face, I'm then having all this guilt and shame inside myself for feeling like I'm doing something wrong. And so a practice that I'm really trying to do at the minute is not take it personally. There's a book that I've read, I've listened to, I love it. It's called The 4 Agreements, and it's by, I think it's Miguel Ruiz, something like that. I might pronounce that a bit wrong, but I'll link it in the description. And one of the 4 agreements is about taking things personally. So often in life we take things personally, and I do it. I know that I do it. I will hold my hands up, and I definitely take things personally. Why are we taking it personally? Why, if someone expresses something to us, do we take it personally? That's something to really think about. Where in your life do you show up and take things personally, rather than just witnessing, rather than just hearing? So my practice with not taking it personally is practicing to listen. Not just listening to respond, but listening to actually hear, listening to learn, listening to understand, actually listening. Because me, myself, and many other people, the majority of the population actually, we don't truly listen. I've got so much better at it, and I definitely notice my awareness when I am listening, and my ability to just be silent, not have to be thinking about what I'm going to say back before the person has even finished what they're saying. And in this situation of when a challenge arises, and maybe, I'm just using Charlie as an example, but it's happened in loads of different situations, but if Charlie brings something to my attention, my ability to just listen and really figure out, is this what's coming across right now? What am I not seeing? What am I not understanding? What place is this coming from? Rather than defending myself and being like, no, but this happened, or but that, or but that. I'm very, very good at doing that. Just being able to be. Just being able to listen and hear. And what if you just surrendered to it and you accepted it? And you didn't try to defend it, and you didn't take it personally, and you didn't take it as an attack. Maybe that challenge that you're facing will become less of a challenge. Maybe that challenge is being a challenge because of how you're perceiving it. Whereas if you just saw it from like a bird's eye view and you were just witnessing it, would it still be a challenge? Or would it just be something that's happening? Definitely something that I'm journeying with one of my friends right now for what they're going through, and our situations are very different, but the core of what's being experienced is very similar. So in my situation with Charlie, I'm really practicing to be grateful and say to him, thank you for bringing that to my attention, rather than me always needing to say sorry, because I am sorry at times. Like sometimes, not now so much so, but previously I would say sorry all the time. Now, before I say sorry, I make sure it's coming from a place of truly, truly being sorry, rather than just saying those words, because that phrase, I'm sorry, it comes with such different energy. You should be like, I'm sorry, or I'm sorry. It's very, very different. And I never want Charlie or anyone else I could be experiencing this with to feel that I'm not truly listening, or I'm not truly sorry for what I may be giving out or not doing. So gratitude for the challenge that is coming up. Gratitude for, Charlie, thank you for bringing this to my attention. Or it could be something else. You could be experiencing another challenge in your life, and just being grateful that it's being sent to you. It's being sent to you for a reason. Nothing is just by accident or a coincidence, or everything that happens in your life is happening exactly how it should. It's coming up because it's there to teach you something. It's there to show you something. It's a lesson. What's it showing you? Can you actually be grateful for what you are experiencing? Like truly. even if it's so difficult and even if it hurts so much, can you be grateful for it? Can I be grateful for difficult conversations that happen? Can I be grateful when things don't go the way that I intend them to go? It's hard, but those moments where you can go for a conversation, go for a challenge, go for an experience, and not put so much guilt and shame and blame on yourself, and just see it and just witness it, it is so empowering. Just witnessing it, just seeing what are the lessons here. What am I being shown? What is being presented to me? Yeah. And how everything that you are being presented, experiencing, is teaching you something. Maybe it's teaching you the art of presence. Maybe it's teaching you to be calm. Maybe it's teaching you to listen. What areas of your life are you being taught right now? What areas of your life are you being shown something? And it will keep coming up until you listen to it, until you take action and actually do something different. It will keep coming up. It will keep presenting itself. Yeah, life and its ways of showing you things that you need to hear. It's very interesting recording this whilst I'm out as well, and just being able to witness everything that's happening, everything that's passing by. Cars, people walking, people on their bikes, kids, people on their phones, dogs, just the trees blowing on my car. So much. When you can just take this moment, like just to observe what's going on around you, you really get shown how life just keeps moving. Life just keeps going. Life never stops. Life never waits for anyone. It's just going. And you have your challenge. You're then able to take yourself out of your body and see it from a, different point of view. How about you see it as an idea? This is just my idea. That you are about to experience a change or a transition in your life. If you are able to do something different. If you're able to respond in a different way. If you're able to do a different action. If you do the same thing all the time, you're going to get the same results. Same as the gym. Go in the gym, you do the same exercises every day, you don't up your weights, you don't switch it up, you don't change it, you don't push your body. Are you going to get any different results? No, it's just going to be the same results over and over again. Whereas if you start to use heavier weights, if you start to do exercises that your body's not used to, you will see change. And it's the same as anything in life. If you do something different, you're going to get a different result. So if I don't react to what's being said to me right now, if I don't put guilt or blame or judgment on myself and I just see things neutrally, maybe I'm going to open up the space for this transition to happen. We're always changing, we're always growing, we're always moving. But as humans, we become stagnant. We resist change. And just like water going down a stream, it just wants to keep flowing, moving. If it stays still and it doesn't move, it goes like green and it goes all moldy and it has all like the fungi growing out of it and things like that. As humans, that's what happens to us. Maybe not in such a literal sense of having green fungi growing off us, but there's what happens in the body is if we're not constantly growing and changing, that's what's going to be happening deep inside, in our soul, in our spirit. It's why you see so many older people who have just been doing the same routine year after year after year. They're just miserable. They're just going through life. Yeah, life's all right. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. No, life's amazing. Life's exciting. There's so much to see. There's so much to do. No matter how old you are, no matter any of it. So when you do respond differently, you can see it as, I'm going to respond differently to this right now. I'm not going to do the same patterns because I want to change. I want to transition. I want to grow. I want to feel different. Because none of us want to suffer. A lot of us self-sabotage. A lot of us cause suffering and hurt and pain on ourselves. But it's not because we actually want to suffer. It's more down to the fact that stepping out of our comfort zone and doing something different is harder than just staying in the same place that we already know, even if that's causing us pain. It's more difficult to like reprogram those neural pathways and respond differently, react differently, do something different. That's hard. That takes commitment, real commitment for showing up for yourself. It's not easy. It's really not easy. But when we want something so deeply in life and we know we want it, you know that's what you want. Not just, I'd love to have that. No, I know this is what I want. I know it. God, the universe, whatever you see as a higher power, will not give you what you want when you want it. Never. Life would be too fucking easy and beautiful if that happened. You get given when you're ready. When you're ready for it. And you don't have control over that. What you do have control over is showing up, is taking action, is learning, is putting yourself in situations that might not always feel comfortable. That's what you have control over. And then things get presented to you, things get shown to you when you're ready. So as long as you are showing up for yourself in these challenges, in these moments of discomfort, in these moments of like, when you really get to that point where you want to scream and you want to shout and you want to just be like, ah! Maybe you do something and you're like, shit! I was going to respond differently the next time I did that and I didn't. Great. You're aware. It's not about perfectly doing it perfect every time. There's no such thing. It's about the awareness so you can implement different things. You can implement change. That's a really big one as well. Don't expect to just understand it and everything just changes and then it's all great and swimmingly. No, there will then be something else. It's forever. Life is a forever journey. It's never going to stay the same. Ever going to stay the same. And we can resist that. We can resist the change. We can resist the challenges. We can resist what's being presented to us. Or we can surrender to it. we can surrender to it and we can accept it and we can be like, yep, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. You have a choice. You always have a choice throughout it all. And what choice are you going to make? Are you judging yourself? Are you fearing the judgment of other people? Most of the time, people aren't actually judging us. It's just our perception and the way that we see things and the way that we're actually judging ourselves. And that is so often one of the biggest reasons why people get held back, because of judgment from themselves, or what they're thinking other people might think about them, what they're thinking other people might say about them, what they're thinking they should or shouldn't do. How about you try just tuning into your heart space and following where that takes you? Because your heart will carry you to the places you should be going. Your mind will carry you to the places you think you should be going. Heart center, grounded, knowing. Mind is amazing. Creativity, the power, everything that comes through the mind. But if we follow the mind, that's not going to get us to that place. The heart knows. Trust in the heart. Anytime you're unsure of something that's coming up, or a decision or a choice, just pause, take a moment. Feel into the body. You will hear the answers. You will hear the answers loud and clear. Let go of those judgments. Other people aren't judging you. You're judging yourself. There's no space for judgment. What happens, happens. We don't need to judge it. How you perceive yourself and your life and the choices and the decisions that you make is so much more powerful and important and worthy of listening to than what anything outside of you says or does or projects. I always say that physically you come into this world alone and you leave this world alone. And if you're not truly living your life at the highest purpose that you can, and you're worrying other people's judgment, you're making decisions based on what other people think, or what you think they think, or what society says you should or shouldn't do, then who are you truly living for? What do you want? Truly, what do you want? Maybe you don't really know what you want right now, and that's okay. But maybe this could be a little seed for you to start to get to know and understand what you want. Not what society says that you should have or should do or should be, but what do you want? Can you focus on yourself? Focus on yourself. I'm going to wrap this one up now. I have channeled my expression through my body and out into the ether. And I would love to hear any thoughts, anything that comes up for you, any questions you've got, anything at all. Pop it in the comments. And I look forward to hearing how this has come across for you.